Choo, choo, choo. Hey, stop acting like a 6-year-old. But I'm having fun. Shut up. Are you gonna review this set or not? Guardians of the Galaxy 3 literally just released. Fine. Jeez, calm yourself. I think it makes no sense hiding what set I'm gonna review today. Since Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 came out like yesterday, we'll be looking at the Guardians ship, also called the Benatar. This beautiful set released in the wonderful year of 2021. 2021 was possibly the best year for LEGO Marvel so far, featuring the Infinity Saga line and the release of the Daily Bugle. As part of that Infinity Saga sub-theme, LEGO released the Guardians ship. In the beginning, many people were skeptical and criticized LEGO since it had barely been 3 years since the first iteration of the Benatar, but most of them changed their mind after actually seeing it. 2 years later, this set is still considered to be one of the best Marvel sets, and with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 just released, I thought, what better time to look at the set than now. Of course, this is based off Endgame and not any of the James Gunn movies, but looking at the figure selection, you see it mostly consists of the Guardians. And when we're already talking about it, let's start with what elevated this set from great to fantastic, the minifigures. Since this was our first time getting Endgame sets after the original wave in 2019, it also meant that this would be the first time we'd get movie-accurate figures. But because that wasn't enough already, we also got some that weren't featured at all in the original sets. 2019's minifigs only consisted of those not affected by the blip, so characters like Scarlet Witch, Black Panther or Star-Lord were off the table. And LEGO came out of the gate with some banger figures for this set. To this day, 2 of the figures remain exclusive, with the rest featuring in either cheaper sets or the Advent calendar. The 4 Guardians included in the sets were all reworked and they all look stellar. Mantis is probably the worst looking of the group, even though it's not a bad figure, but that just shows again how high the standards of these figures is. Star-Lord looks absolutely great here, featuring dual molded legs and a silver version of his blasters, and the only thing that could have made him better is if they took the leg printing from his What If version and applied it here as well. Both Groot and Rocket also got a rework, finally getting their colors correct. While Rocket was previously grey, he's now brown, and Groot switched from brown to beige. Now, another character joining the Guardians in Endgame was Thor, here depicted as Fat Thor, which isn't really noticeable. He looks quite good, and I like the use of the Aquaman hair for him. But of course, you don't only want to include good characters, so to fight against these 5 superheroes, they give you one Chitauri. Poor bastard.
Hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
I said in the previous video that I liked how they look. I think this is the best version of the Chitauri so far, and I'd like to get some more for at least a small group of them. I'd have wished for Drax or Gamora though, to be honest, just because there's no endgame version for either of them and there hasn't been a shortlist Drax since 2017. Still, some great figures, a really good selection that complements the build really well, and if we're already talking about the build, why not just stay there? The Guardians ship, or to give it its real name, the Benatar, was the Guardians' second spacecraft after their first one, the Milano, was destroyed on Berhard. We can see the whole team use it during Infinity War and later Rocket and Nebula during Endgame, where they travel to Thanos' Garden Planet. And I know I've said it before, but this model is beautiful. It's got the feel of a UCS build with how sleek and detailed it is while not being nearly as expensive. But LEGO said,
Another one.
Because just looking amazing at an affordable price wasn't enough, so they also packed in a bunch of play features. You can move part of the wings, as well as the 2 back thrusters, which also have additional wings on them. The inside is really detailed as well and super accessible, which at this point is just LEGO flexing their true potential. Since I just mentioned the similarity to the Star Wars UCS models, we obviously can't forget the beautiful stand LEGO included with the set either. It looks well rounded and the holes aren't as noticeable as with most Technic stands. To top all of this off then, LEGO also made the top rotatable. This means you can spin the whole thing around, pointing it upwards, downwards, or just have it hanging a little uneven. Really, the only complaint I have that there's no way to attach the second smaller ship they have in the movie, this one. But well, can't have everything, and now that I talked about the whole thing, I'ma just tell you what I think. So you've realized by now I love this set. It's a sign that LEGO can still create great sets and that it doesn't have to be just mechs and weird superhero cars. I honestly just want to see more sets like this, so I'm already excited to get my hands on the new Quinjet. Anyways though, have a great week, and until next time, goodbye!